And when we talk about the altruistic person which they impersonate as Jesus with Caesar Borgia, the son of a pope, if we talk about that, it is a consciousness. Consciousness, you are not waiting for him to come. It is a consciousness that you need to activate, consciousness of altruistic behavior. That is it. You need to be, if you become a good man today that care for every other person and love every other person, you are becoming Christ immediately. That is the consciousness of it. You need to tap in. You wake up and ready to challenge the status quo that indoctrinate other people. That is the consciousness of the one they are impersonating in the name of Jesus. And if everybody possesses this consciousness, Christ consciousness, that means we are connected back to the source. Christ consciousness deals with love, deals with oneness, understand the interconnectedness of everything that is within our universe. Christ consciousness understands the law of nature. When it says, when they talk about him returning, that's why they decided to bring Bible, change the name, turn the first be the last, or turn it upside down, and because Bible is one of the books that has the truth, but the truth was disjointed. That's why you cannot find the answers in the Bible without your pineal gland being functional or your frontal lobe being functional, because they disjointed everything. They say Christ is coming back, right? That's what they said. It says in the book, Christ is coming back. That is the time of awakening, when you are going to remember that the only thing that connects you to the source is to love your people, is to be altruistic man or have altruistic behavior, which enables you to pay sacrifice, share with the poor people, anybody that need help within your community, you help them. You make sure that anything that will help in any way to help your society, you participate. You love the creation that come from the same source where you come from. You maintain your ecosystem, maintain the order of the nature. That is Christ consciousness, which means any external influence that will come out, all of you will unite. There will be no sabotage. There will be no saboteur. Because the only thing that deprive us of Christ consciousness is there are people who are willing, but there are saboteur who is going to actually make you to pull back, because they will sell you out. They will be the ones to sell you out. The people now speak different language, but Christ consciousness grants you one language. That's why he say, I will gather my supplicants in the book of Zephaniah 3, I think, book of Zephaniah 3. He will gather his suppliant beyond the rivers of Ethiopia. Remember, I will shake heaven and earth will move from its place. But there is a particular place which can never move. And earth has been... He will gather his suppliant beyond the rivers of Ethiopia. Remember, I will shake heaven and earth will move from its place. But there is a particular place which can never move. And earth has been shook before. Let me show you the result of it. Because the truth and the secret we are looking for is right around us, but we cannot decipher. We cannot decipher because of indoctrination. Now let me show you the real meaning of earth moving from its place, because it happened before. Earth moved from its place before, And it is going to happen again. That is exactly what is called the pole shift and apocalypse. Let me show you. If you have ever seen this map, this type of map, then you will understand. If you have ever seen this type of map before, it's not bright. This map is a map that shows that everything or that Africa was a supercontinent. That's what this map shows. Africa was a supercontinent. Every continent is actually, attached with Africa. Then I believe it was after the flood, the great deluge, or the deluge, it was when the earth was shook and everything separated from the earth. Every other continent were born. I will shake heaven and earth will be moved from its place. But there is a place called the center that will never move, because the center is the balance of, it brings about the balance. It will rebuild again from the center. And that center is Africa. That's why it says in Zephaniah, for beyond the rivers of Ethiopia. What they made us believe is that, in the book, they disjointed it to an extent. They mixed the truth, the reality, and with, actually, I wouldn't say lies, but they disjointed it. Look at this. This map was the Pangaea map. So just that every planet, everything was together. This is the map. Watch here. Remember that this map was placed like this, just to, of course, you see what it is this. You see the map of Africa here. This is the map of Africa. Placed like this so that north will be up, then south becomes down. Now look at where China is. Look at where China is, and all of them were still connected. You see the Middle East. The Middle East is still attached. You see Madagascar. Madagascar was still in place where it is. You see where Antarctica is. It's here. India is close to it. There is from India, you connect to Antarctica. From Madagascar, you get into Antarctica. From Mozambique, you get into Antarctica. From South Africa, you go past a little ocean to get to Antarctica. You can find out from Brazil is still connected. Argentina is still connected to Antarctica, North America, but all of them were cleaved onto Africa. Now, after the deluge, we began to see different map. That's when we began to see maps like this. You see now they are all separated. They were separated from each other after the flood. After the great flood, earth was moved from its place, but the center remains. The center remains, which is everything that was happening here. They were shook and moved away. The center remains. Look at this. Of course, this map is supposed to be like this. It's supposed to be like this because this is the position of our map. The north, they always put up this side. North can be in the middle, but not up. South, which is now, this south is in the north, and the north is in the south, within the poles, the two poles, the two earth poles. Look at it. They placed it like this, and placed north in the up, not up. and place south down. Where are the poles? So everything was turned upside down to work against us, to make sure we do not remember. So that's exactly what the devil did, or the malevolent did to us, to make sure that our pineal gland is deactivated, that we cannot vibrate, we cannot help ourselves. And the church helped them to do so. And that's what we are suffering today. And for us to actually come back to our normal self is to learn to love and stop, being wicked, stop being selfish, stop material things. Whatever it takes, we must get money. No. That's why the ones you call leaders, they becomes all thieves, because they are being controlled by the malevolent. Malevolent want you to be in need of everything, because now you want money, you want to buy car, you want to buy food, you want to buy everything, including those things you can manufacture by yourself. They make you forget that you could do it. Difficult to assess. That's exactly what is keeping us down. The day we remember that we don't need to wait for anybody to go back to our farmland, to have solidarity, we don't need anybody mainstream to tell us that the only thing that will connect us back to that Tower of Babel, where we were building together, and the language they called one language was the language of togetherness, language that enables us to build together without, saying that you are this, you are that. That's the only thing that is going to help us. Otherwise, you will continue to call light God and call darkness the devil, when darkness is the primordial state of creation through which light came or emanated, and through that every creation, including our galaxy, our universe, multiverse, every other thing emanated from nothing, which is darkness. That's what they call nothing, because they can't see it. They can't see anything. Darkness. Darkness is the primary source of creation. Darkness is the creator.